You have done everything that everyone else has asked you to do, and you're not where you want to be, and you are tired of going along on someone else's journey and someone else's path and not your own. First thing that I realized that I had to do in the beginning when I was starting my journey and getting back into business was I had to make the decision, right? And so for a lot of you guys, you may be looking at a lot of different options. You can go back to school, you can find a better paying job or go into a different career path, but you're actually really, really interested in starting an online business and selling digital products. The first thing you have to do is you want to make the decision that I am going to make a online business and I'm going to sell digital products. I'm going to sell information, right? That's the first thing you have to do. If you cannot make that decision, you're always going to be, you know, floating in the wind, right? If the wind goes this way, you're over there. If the wind blows this way, you're over there. Like, the decision is going to keep you moving forward on your path and on your journey. I'm going to do one online business, right? I'm going to grow one platform. I'm going to keep at it until I see the success that I want to see, until I meet the goals that I want to meet. So before, I got into the practical tips, I just wanted to encourage you that you can do it. You have to cut off all other options and you have to make the decision that I'm going to stick to this, right? But if you are double-minded, if you are trying to do two different business models and you're trying to test out all of these different things in the beginning, it just does not work. I've tried it, I've done it. And that's kind of how you see really successful people who you see that they're doing a lot of different things, right? You see they have their YouTube channel, they have digital products, they have group coaching, they have one-on-one coaching, they have masterminds. Like, you see all of these different things, but they didn't start out doing all of these different things. They started out with one thing, and then that thing grew into another and into another. Right? But you have to start with one, right? And that is what I wanted to encourage you to do. Make the decision to start one business, promoting one product on one platform, okay? Are you in a mindset that if there is a problem, there is a solution? Or are you in the mindset that that's a problem, I can't overcome it, this isn't for me, I can't do it, right? Let me try to find something else. It is your job and it is a part of your journey to figure out the solution to that problem, right? And if you're having a hard time, that's when you reach out for resources. That's when you reach out for education and mentorship, right? But there is always a solution to your problem. Decide to go on the journey that is set forth for you. Decide to go on the path that God has laid out for you, right? I look around at people who are super successful, right? And I look at their path and their journey, and it's all different. But if they didn't make the decision to go on their path, if they didn't make the decision to go on their journey, they wouldn't be where they are, right? So they had to pick themselves, right? Um, I had to make the decision to do something different in my business. And that is, I get up now early in the morning to film my YouTube videos instead of waiting until I put my daughter to sleep at night. I was doing it that way prior, and I was so exhausted. I was so tired, and by the time I had to get on camera, I just didn't have it in me for real. And it was making it difficult for me to get it out. And now that I've made the decision, right, to pick myself, right, and instead of putting my job as the first thing that I do in the morning, I decided to make my business the first thing I do in the morning. It has become so much easier. I feel so much more connected to what I am called to do and the path that I'm on. And I see how I can do this every day. And I'm getting up every day excited to come here, set up this camera in my living room, and to film these videos for you guys. And so that is me picking my path, that is me picking my purpose, and that is me picking myself. Next is we have to make the decision to become creators and not consumers. Okay? We're already consumers by default. We are constantly consuming, right? And we look at these people, these creators, we look at them as if they are doing something that we can't do. And that isn't true. Okay? That is not true. The same way that creator can create, you can create, because that is what God created us to do. We were created to create, okay? That is why we have minds. That is why we have a mouth. We can communicate. That's why we can write. Like, we were created to create and contribute to this world and to other people. And so it's going to be up to you to become a creator. It's going to be up to you to step into your creativity. And it's going to be up to you to actually put yourself out there and do what you were made for. So my next tip is going to be make it simple. I promote a digital product, right? And so I would suggest that you also sell digital products, but start with one digital product, right? And so if you're like me, busy mom, work full time, you don't know what to make, what digital product to make, and you don't have the time to make a digital product, right? You can become an affiliate marketer, an affiliate to a digital product that you actually believe in, right? That you actually use, that you actually have learned from, right? And so the digital product that I promote, I am an affiliate to this company, and I promote a course that taught me how to set up my business. I set up my business in 7 days, and I made my first sale in less than 30 days, right? So, and this course took me step by step. It helped me get all of my thoughts and my ideas from my head onto paper, right? It helped me set up my business from beginning to end, right? And it gave me the confidence and the motivation and the community, right, needed to step out and start doing this, right? To get on YouTube, to start making content, and to start promoting my business and promoting my product, right? And so I want you to get here. I want you to get to this point where you have a business. It's not just an idea, right? You have an online business, you have a digital product to promote, and you don't have to promote as an affiliate. You can create your own products. And the course teaches you that, right? It teaches you how to create your own course or, digital, written digital product if that's what you want to create, right? It gives you the foundation needed, right? And the principles of online business, right? And that is so important. The next step is going to be put your business first. I mentioned this earlier, but I had created a work schedule for myself where I was getting up, I was logging on to, my job really early. I would get off and I would get off work and I would tend to my daughter, and then I would put her to bed and try to do my business. My business came last, right? And I sat down one day and I was like, I have to do something different because I know the life that this business can actually bring me, right? I know what can actually come of this because I've done this before. I've done it, right? And I know that if I can put in the time and the effort and I can put out the content, I can again build a high income business. But in my mind, I every night I was so tired, I was so exhausted, and I was working between the hours of 9 p.m. to 11 p.m. and it wasn't working. I was trying to make it work, but it wasn't working. And so what I decided to do was I decided to put my business first. I put my business first by getting up early and making my business the first thing that I do instead of the last thing that I do. There has been such a significant improvement with me putting my business first, with me deciding I'm going to get up 2 hours early, get dressed, write my content, whatever it is that my business needs. And then I'm going to get on camera. I'm going to record myself so that I can become better, so I can become a better person, so I can grow and become the person that I want to be and the person that I visualize myself being, right? The successful businesswoman that I visualize myself being. In all honesty, I was not that person, and I'm still on that path to become that person, but I can see it happening. We have to learn to enjoy the journey along the way. My final tip is be the student and the teacher, okay? We are constantly learning, right? Learning is going to be a part of your journey. I don't want anyone to think that you are going to one day just arrive and just know everything, right? That is just not the case. It's not going to happen, right? And so become comfortable with being the student, with knowing that someone else knows a little more than you, right? And they can help bring you up along the way, but also know that there's someone who doesn't know as much as you know. And being the teacher is going to be super important because it's going to help you become the authority figure in your niche, right? In your subject matter, right? And it'll help you to create valuable content, keeping in mind the person that you are helping. Be the student and the teacher, guys. I hope that you enjoyed this video. Please make sure that you comment, like, subscribe,